Right, you don't mind the mess. I've been in and out today. Grassy here. About to do some backgammon. Rose is going good. I'm about to go out there too this time. As I was busy last time to tie them up a bit more. A couple of them hanging over. It takes a sec. But anyway, besides all that, repeating things that I haven't done yet, as we do, I made up some of these. Some roses. The rose mould I got. I've used to make necklaces. Now I knew I can always make one of these up, and I wanted to know what other things they had available and how much things are and if they're worth it, and have a good look at it myself, which is what I've done lately. What's available on Temu. Now when you make these up, sometimes you get bubbles and stuff like that. Right? You can fix it up by see with this one here. It's got a little bubble here. Sometimes I leave them. I don't mind them having little bubbles in them. But you can fill them up, put a rock in there, fill it up with epoxy, and refix them. And sometimes, definitely when you overload it, you might get little gaps. And on this one, there's just a couple of little gaps on the side here. Other than that, it looks really good still. And I'm using them for gardening. You can just give it a coat on the inside and make sure it's waterproof out or whatever. And as I'm wearing a piece now, which I'll just take off, do it with one hand, which I like to call it the Jesus piece connection. Me and my little connection to Jesus story. Right? And I made up a piece, which is this one here for that. And I overlaid it a little bit, as you can see. And it had a big gap when it come out, this whole side here. When I first made them up too, I didn't know that you got to tap them around and make sure they get air bubbles. So I thought it'll find its way through, and it didn't. And so it had gaps, as you can see here and around here, because that's the original mould. So I put some more rocks onto it, as you can see. Yeah, but it was just meant to be just like one of them inside. With the instead of the thorns, I made up a gold crown, right? With snail. Snail means slowly getting into a spiritual way with a book, right? And slowly get there, one step at a time, like starting a job. My promise in connection with Jesus to work out these things. Can love really work? You know what I mean? Back then it was hard because things are more brutal, but how would using love and speech work these days? Would it get people jealous and they string you up, or what? As far as I'm concerned, they probably would. But anyway, that's the piece. So I call it my Jesus piece, representing Earth and the cracks we have and the fault lines. Right? That's why I picked out these pieces back then. Besides what the crystals mean within them. But anyway, besides that piece, I've made up some more roses, and these I'm going to turn into roses. So I'm going to decorate it down, shape it, the back of it here a little bit into more of a round rose. So just keeping the top like that, which I've got one that was similar to like that rounds off, which I brought. But I'll round them off these bottoms with just some extra stone, really, and see how they look. Or you can have them just on pieces like that. I'm just trying to make up some. Here they go. This one here's got no gaps by the looks of it. It's a clean one all the way around. Good thing about this one is it's the clear quartz with the little gold strips bits in them. And I thought the best way to pop them out is so you see like little gold strips. Oh, that's pretty cool. Looks better in life, of course. I'm trying to show you the best I can. And with amethyst. So all these pieces got the bits of amethyst in it. This one's mainly just on the bottom, a little bit on top. I wanted to put some amethyst on top of it, and hopefully the amethyst will find their way into these grooves, which is what I was doing, because it's the first time I tried it. Another style, you keep trying it, keep testing. And some did, but it didn't really work out too well. But there you go. That one's a nice little yellow one. The amethyst bottom. This one here, all little rocks. I picked out all little pinky, purpley type of ones. As you can see, with some amethyst mixed in a little bit more better on top of that one. but I didn't want to mix in too much. I just wanted to like fill the holes so it had lines of amethyst with the stone look, but you know, working with epoxy and trying to make that work. You keep trying. You do it heaps of times, you might just get one that does. But that's that one. Pinkily purpley, because I went through all those little bits. Is I can make it work and not have to complain about shop people making a little bit of money at the end, which I talked about in the video about what you can do, because I was expecting to use these rocks for something else, right? But that can wait, and that's why I've moved on to this part, and I'm here, there, everywhere. When you don't get things you expect, you gotta go, what can I work with financially, and what materials have we got? So that one's turned out good as well, so we've got two good ones. This one, he's got one little hole. Now these ones is just all amethyst, so amethyst bits and larger bits. You can see there. Now I didn't mind the bottom being overlaid a little bit, as I'm going to reshape them anyway. But the amethyst bits sort of, I was hoping that you'd see more solid amethyst. And I just put a sprinkle and then wedged them in there and pushed them to the side to sort of fill the gap, so you don't have, you see it like this, where you see the stone and then just epoxy. I'm trying to get it to the edge, you know, that look. It's got one bubble in that one. You see the chunk of them, this is there, big one. But at least they're full of it. So. And the next one, I'll just go amethyst next one. So I made two of them. It's the same thing. Turned out a little bit better there on the side, as you can see. There's too many white bits in that amethyst. It'd probably be better if you had crushed amethyst that's just all blue bits without the white bits and stuff. But I, you know, got a cheap deal for it. $7 for a kilo. Usually around, you know, $10 a month. So that's the only one there that's really, this one here. It's got a couple of holes in it too. This one's the same as the purple one, but pinkish, more pinkish. So this would be, yeah, so this one's the pink one, and the other one's the purple. And this one, just full of orange, with the amethyst. Yeah, so that's the purple. You can tell when you see them close together. Purple and pink, right? They got pinkish and purple in it. This one's like more lighter pink, a little bit darker purple. Anyway, I'm blabbing on a bit. Oh, and this one's just a mixture. So that's pretty much how they turn out if you don't have the amethyst on top. You can just see right through them, but doesn't really show the pattern as good. So I see how it gets up in it. Yeah, these ones sort of does, but then doesn't. Anyway, that's them. And 90 mils, so I use 3 fill-ups, the little cup they give you to fill up 30 mil, to make these of epoxy. Now I haven't trimmed around the edge here, you see they have a flow a little bit at the edge there. But I thought I'm going to leave it for the moment, I can trim it. I went to in the corner there, see, I trimmed the corner. But I thought I might just leave it because they're going to go on a piece anyway, like that. And some bits that come out, and if I trim it, I've got to make sure I coat it again. So if I want to trim all this little lip off at the end, but it looks alright actually. Pops up like from the top here, it's got another little extra feature to it. But if I trim this off, which I can, you'll get little bits of, see that part in the little corner there that I trimmed? It goes all rough looking and white sometimes too when you trim it. So you have to give them another little light coat. Just brush it with epoxy when you use an epoxy, and that'll clear it up and fix it up. So that's it. Got a couple of stones up in there. The fin is the main cause. There's this one here. I got Emma to just pick out some colourful stones and make one up and show you how I was making one up. Oh, a little bit there I forgot to cut off. Just notice that. Yeah. See how it looked? Got some bit of weight to it. The ones I got, these will be easily 3 times as heavy as I put in more stones into that. And this one here is the pink one. Like those same pink stones that I was just talking about. Like that. I think it looks alright, the pink one. Got a couple little bits up there in the thin, but it had a little hole, just a little bubble on that one. So that one gave us one little bubble. If you want to clean up, just go around the edge. I may even do it later, but I may not. See how I go. It takes a little bit of time. And it's just going to go on a piece, and I want to make a lot of them, and I don't want to waste too much time. But see how I go as the little bits of amethyst has gone in it anyway around the edge. So it looks alright, I think. You let me know what you'd think. You'd probably go, don't be lazy and trim it and do another coat. Well, you can. Depends on what you're using it for. If you wanted it really, really, really nice, give it for a gift, I'd probably say yeah. But if you're putting it to another piece where you're going to have stone around it as well, and it's going to be epoxied up anyway, I want to do on these things, I wouldn't bother too much, hey? So, what would you do? You look like a dolphin there. Anyway, have a good one. Oh, quick update and all in one. Trim some roses. I've got the pond in, and it's not leaking. I filled it up to around the end brim there, and at the same time last time it leaked because it was getting through the cracks, so I had to give it a spray and use my fingers, cover it up so it didn't get damaged, a little thin membrane that sealed it, and she's all good. Decorate some more stones around it, go from there. Just waiting on some seeds and stuff like that and some plants. Put a couple more besides this couple that I got there. And start on the next ponds. Have a good one. See you later.